So today is that day. We're going to plant some Swiss chard. So let's take a look at it. Hey guys, Jeff here in Central Texas Whirlwind Family Farm, and our Swiss chard is ready. And I'll show you what we mean. Is that we use the wind strip trays from Never Sink Farm, not a sponsor. We just like these trays for a lot of reasons. They are air pruned, they'll air prune. Also, if I get this in here close, if you take a look, you can see those roots underneath, which tells us it's time to plant. But all you have to do is look at the top of these and you can see they're definitely ready to put in the ground. So I'm going to carry these down here. We've already put one of these trays in. These are 50 cell seed trays, so there's 50 plants. Not all of them come out perfectly, but you can see most of them are in really good shape. So I'm going to carry it down here, right here where we're going to start our next group. And if you look right here, all of this is 50 that have already been put down. And one of the things I like to do is, you can see I have drip lines. So we start off after we bed prep, put down a little bit of compost. I come in and actually hand water these with my little water can. And also you can see that I have my drip line. So about 45 minutes ago, I turned it on to make sure they're getting planted into good wet soil whenever we put these Swiss chard in the ground. So let's get started. Let's show you exactly how we do it. It's not complicated. And what we've done by starting these off in seed trays and not direct seeding is we've given them a very good start. They're now a good size. They have a better chance of survival. And we'll show you exactly how we do it. All right, we're going to show you how we put these in the ground. And again, it's a simple process. And that's why I say if you can start things off in a seed tray, give them that head start. It really does help in the process of getting a better product in the end. And again, in a small backyard garden, this is 50 foot long, 30 inches wide. You're not going to need this much space. We're a market garden and we need this kind of volume. So what I use is my trusty little garden spade, little garden shovel. You can see it's not very big. We use it for planting. I think you can get these probably at Amazon or Walmart for just a few dollars. They're not very expensive. This one has lasted me 4 years, and I keep 2 or 3 around the farm all the time. So let's go ahead and show you exactly how we do this. Let's go over to our wind strip tray. And I'll tell you first of all, before I put these in the ground, I also use my little shovel as my measuring instrument. I know from about here to here is 6 inches, and if I come up just past the metal part, we're up to about 8 inches. If you go to the seed companies, they'll say bright light Swiss chard about 4 to 6 inches. Us personally, we like to give them a little bit more room. That's just us. So I know that 8 inches is from the tip to right here. So I already have my measuring device in place. I have my drip lines, which are showing me my distance. So everything's set. And you can do the same thing when you're planting at home. You can eyeball it, but at the same time, your little spade, your little shovel is going to give you that measuring. So what I do is I set it down right here. I come in, I just make my little dibbles, my little marks, so I know exactly where I'm going to go. And then I just come over, and that's the great thing about wind strip trays is the bottom is open, so I can get my fingers underneath, push these out so easily, so quickly. I'm going to come in. I've got this measured right at 8 inches. I want to make sure, just take my shovel, move that soil back just enough where I can get all the way down to the base of this plant so we can get it good snug in the ground. Drop it in, come around just like that, and we've got it done. So I'll do one more here just to show you. These are so easy to pop out. You can do 50 and gosh, you could do it in 20 minutes. And again, I see that I've got 8 inches there. So we've got these spaced out perfectly. I go in with my spade, drop that down in there, just sprinkle that soil in around, make sure it gets tightly around the base. I don't push too hard, just make it snug. And it's as simple as that. So not difficult at all. And this row will go by really quickly. And now you've got your Swiss chard planted, ready to go. And again, you can top water, you can use drip lines, you can use soaker hoses. Always caution, one of my first years out here when I started using or planting our Swiss chard is that I loved it a little bit too much. And I've talked about this in other videos, is yes, I want to make sure that they've got plenty of moisture. I always put my finger down the soil to see what the moisture is like. But I overwatered them one year and all of a sudden they started getting brown and leaves turning. And I was like, what in the world? Is it an insect? Found out I was overwatering. So I want to caution you about that. You can tell if the leaves start to curl and you get a little bit of drooping from not watering that you know they do need to be watered. And the opposite is true if they get too much water. But again, for me, I always say, get your hand in the soil and you'll know. So guys, that's it. Swiss chard, simple, easy. You can see how we planted it. This Swiss chard was actually raised in those seed trays for about 4 weeks, so almost a month. Actually, we could have planted these about a week ago if you look at their size. But again, these wind strip trays by Neversink Farm, and again, these are the ones we use. You can certainly use different seed trays, but we absolutely do love these because they're so easy to manage out of. They're a good, robust tray that's going to last years and years. I like the thickness of them. I like the fact that you can push your finger in from underneath. Just makes it so simple, so easy. So here at Whirlwind Family Farm, that's how we plant our Swiss chard. Here in about 3 weeks, we'll be harvesting off of these, maybe even less if we start to get the warm weather that we're looking for. And here in Central Texas, that's a pretty good bet. So guys, thanks again. If you get any value out of our channel at all, we certainly appreciate when you like, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications. We always will, there'll be another video over here that YouTube will suggest. Check that out. We know you're gonna like that. Guys, blessings over your planting, blessings over your crops. We know you're gonna do great this year. Talk to you soon from Whirlwind Family Farm.